So I want to play devil's advocate here because I love some trolls coming out of the woodworks
Yep.
every now and then when I post about tempo and how I just don't know anything and I'm the worst
Yep.
player ever. As you grow on social media, you get to hear it all. So I
Yeah.
actually screenshotted a few haters here because I posted a
Yes.
video that did really well. It was on YouTube. It was the 7 worst pieces of golf advice, and one of them I said was low and slow on the way back because I told you
Right.
in our first interview that was. I mean, I can just like if I could like get in my head and see it, there's like part of my subconscious. It's like, oh yeah, that we knew that from day one, right? Like that was one of the earliest pieces of advice, and I still think that's horrible advice. And so people
Yep.
love to fight me back on that, and that's where I bring up your app and all you guys are doing. So I got two different comments here from a couple of amazing people on YouTube. One of them, tell Hideki, Im, and other pros a slow takeaway is wrong. You're making generalizations. I don't even want to watch the rest of this video. So that's one. And then another one is you can never swing the club too slow. For amateurs, the slower and softer you swing, the better you will play. What does John have to
Yeah.
say
Yeah.
about that?
Let's attack that first one first. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So Hideki Matsuyama is really his swing is not that slow. He does pause at the top,
Yeah.
which we don't recommend. That was a drill he did with his coaches.
Is
I don't
that
know
how
if you
that, and that just stuck? Because I've always wondered.
that's how that
Okay.
stuck. Yeah, okay. Now, keep this in mind about Sungjae, Hideki. Let's just bring in Kala Morikawa as well.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me how good those guys' mechanics are. They're off the charts perfect, right? Tell me how good the average golfer's mechanics are.
Not
They're
good.
off the charts terrible. Then tell me how far does Hideki hit it? Let's just say with his gamer on course, he's 177 ball speed. Would you agree?
Probably, yeah. That sounds
Have
about
you
right.
seen the video on Instagram where he goes 190?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, he did some work with Jeff Flagg. He works with Jeff Flagg and I think Fast Eddie, and he did some he did
So he added 13 miles an hour ball speed?
yeah, and guess what? There was no pause and it was very fast.
Really?
Yes. So the point to these people that say, don't tell these guys this, it really actually, if they wanted to hit further, that would be the first thing I would attack. But the reality is their mechanics are so good and they already hit it pretty far that it's not necessary for
Hmm.
them. The other big piece of this when people say, look at Sungjae or whatever, Sungjae and Colin, go ahead and look at their transitions. They're actually really quick.
Hmm.
Those guys transition really quick. So it's just the idea that low and slow is still out there. I get it because it's so baked in and it's an illusion. It's an illusion of control. But here's my response to the haters. Okay, those guys are out there. You go try their tempo and now try Rory, Ben Hogan, Tiger, Phil Mickelson, Sam Snead. Need I go on? Okay. So, and I just told you the last 100 major winners, 75 or 1 second or less. So you need to try that. You
Yeah.
absolutely need to try that out. Maybe your tempo is more 30-10, which is more of Hideki Matsuyama. We
Hmm.
got that's in the app. We
Right.
got you
That's three
covered.
to one still. It's just a
That's three to
slower. It's
one.
not
Yeah.
saying, yeah, I think that's where people get confused is fast versus having the right tempo. Because in the app, you guys have what, 5 different
We don't want you
timing?
just being Zorro for no reason. We want it to fit the model, right?
Right. Yeah.
So
That's what I
let's
like
fit
too.
the,
You guys aren't saying that everyone has to swing like Tiger or like this
that's right.
person or this
No, no,
person.
no.
Yeah.
But what I am saying, you definitely should try it
Hmm.
because you don't know what you're capable of. And I will, and this is an ironclad 100% guarantee. There's never been a guarantee like what I'm about to tell you. If your swing is 30-10 or more, okay, and you get to 21-7, guaranteed 100%, no doubts, you will pick up about 20 yards of carry on the driver and whatever equivalent on the irons. Guaranteed, period, the end. And guess what? You can literally go like stop this podcast right now, download the app and go try it. And we've got the frame counter in there so you can check yourself, but you will gain that yardage. You don't have to do a fitness routine. You don't have to buy any sticks. You don't have to get new clubs. You will absolutely gain that speed. Now, if your current tempo is 24.8 and you go to 21.7, the guarantee is not as, it's not for
Yeah.
sure.
But I
You'll
mean, most
probably,
golfers
yeah,
are not. I mean, I don't know.
most
Like
golfers are
you
not.
need to
Exactly.
rent out a
Yeah.
golf course and do like a study and
You're
see,
right.
have the everyday golfer come up and test. And I would love to see just what average municipal golf, what they're swinging at, and then get them on that. I feel like that would be an amazing testimony because you just go. I love watching golfers, but everybody thinks that they got to go low and slow, and then they're hitting it, like we said, 93 miles an hour, which is like 215 yards. Golf's pretty hard at 215. I've hit it 215. I like hitting it 300 plus. It's a lot easier.
Golf is really hard at those kind of speeds, and it's also really hard on the body to you're moving so slow. You've got to use extra muscle as
Right.
you do it. There's just all kinds of things you have to do to move that slow. So really, my response in general is just try it. Try those different tempos. It's a $12 one-time fee. You can't go wrong, but try it, see how you like it. And believe me, if these other guys on tour did swing faster, they would absolutely pick up speed. They just have the perfect mechanics and have developed this game over time. So it's not as high on the list for them. Also, if you think of somebody like Colin Morikawa or Hideki, and you think of Tiger, like, you know, Tiger's always had a perfect 3-1. Everyone always thinks that a tour pro is so great because he is where he is, but how do we know they couldn't have been better?
Mm.
Maybe Colin would have 5 or 6 majors right now if he had faster tempo. We don't know.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be the one to tell him to do it.
If you run into
He
him, just,
needs to
just
figure that
mention
out.
it.